Kept you waiting, huh? This is Snake. I'm done here.
You saw the video I sent you today, right?
You sent me?
Nah, Jake,
Oh nah.
for the preview. Right?
Wait, the preview?
I sent you the preview.
Yeah, of the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I watched that off of when you first released the joint.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So here's what it's gonna be now.
Wait, what you mean?
Kept you waiting, huh?
I hit podcast live scene. Can anybody in the chat hear us?
Man, HMO Podcast Tuesdays. I got a new co-host today, man. I got my brother Jake from the Static Moments. Guys, I have some unfortunate news to tell you, man. Me and Pedro, man. This is like a Joe Budden type of situation, man. Me and Pedro, we broke up. Obviously, he's gracious enough to allow me to use this studio, but you know, some unfortunate things were happening, and now my co-host is Jake. So from now on, Hear Me Out podcast at Pedro's house, featuring Brooks and Jake. I know this is gonna be a strange transition for you guys, but you know, we're here and we're just gonna go with it.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all taking us in stride in the new endeavors, right? Yeah, let's
man.
get
So
after it, right?
Jake is again the co-host of the Static Moments podcast. He's had Pedro and I both on the podcast. Both had some great interviews. Jake, man, tell the people about yourself right quick.
Shit. So I just got into it. HMO is kind of like our sister pod. They're kind of the pod fathers for everything that I've learned so far. So huge shout out to both of those boys over there. Yeah, just started up with Static Moments. We are midway through season. We've released about halfway of season 1 right now. You can check us out on Spotify is the best place to listen. YouTube and everything is getting done up. Instagram, all the social media platforms we are up on. Yeah, so looking for, already planning for season 2.
So I gotta get you on whatchamacallit, my freaking Twitter.
Yeah, I do have to do Twitter. I've been really hesitant about Twitter. I don't know. It's something about the platforms. It seems like it's all like just words, and I feel like when you don't really do a lot of talking, or you're kind of more reserved like person online, Twitter is kind of one of those. It's like the last thing that you get,
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'm way off base with that. I don't know.
I think if you say something every now and then, I think you can make it worth your while. I mean, as long as you're active and you have like a good fan base on there, I think it can work. I mean, we are barely on there ourselves anyway. We just tweet out what we want on our personal pages, and then we retweet it from the HMO page.
Yeah,
so like that's what we use it for.
Yeah,
so,
I've always stuck to Instagram just because the idea of an image, speaking 1,000 words, kind of is the platform really.
The Static Moments podcast, man. How you feel about season 1 so far, bro?
It's been good. It was keep the family close, shout out Drake, but it was a keep the family close kind of season. I wanted to make sure that I really led off with all the people that really mean a lot to me and people that I look up to for inspiration daily, as you guys know, Brooks and Pedro, but we've also had some really, really talented guests on there. Shout out Swaggy Picasso, my boy Endamo, Cartoon, Who's Los, Radishan. I mean, the list goes on and on. So we've had some. Can't forget Hugo Shoots. Hugo wrote us.
Man, Hugo out here shooting LeBron James and Melo, going viral with those photos. Man, we're gonna get Hugo on here soon.
Yeah, bro. Hugo has shot like LaMelo or Carmelo Anthony. He shot LeBron, even Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. So it's just like it's crazy.
Whoa. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal.
Yeah. They were at a. I saw he had posted. It was some black and gray photos that he did. I think they were at a tournament, and he got pictures of them.
That's tough. Oh, that's right, because Russell Westbrook has a EYBL team.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And there's Brad Beal, I think, elite for the EYBL. Shout out to the EYBL, man. Top AAU league, top shoe league in the country. So yeah, it's got some great things going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro, man, I wish you were here, bro. We'll see you soon, but for now, Jake and I are gonna take over for a little bit. Yeah, man. Right now, the Hawks game is at halftime. The Hawks are up 64-58. The Knicks have to win out for the rest of the year just to end the season at 500.
That's rough. That's a rough position to be
just
put
a
in.
year after Tom Thibodeau, Eric Rose, Jay Randy, They're out here leading this team to some great heights, and now they are 12th. I believe they're 12th in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, out the play-in spot. They're battling just to be 500. That's crazy, man. What do you think about that?
Man, it's crazy. Like, if you look at, the differences in the box score right now, even, it just, I think the Knicks are already in a what you could argue as being like a lesser, I wouldn't say lesser talented, but lesser offensive kind of part of the NBA and being in the East. Mm-hmm. And for them to have struggles keeping up against teams like the Hawks, when really, I mean, it's just been the Trae Young show this whole game.
Yep.
Bogdanovich has done his thing too. Shout out to him, 19 points. But yeah, I mean, it obviously says a lot about where the league is going. I mean, Thibodeau, I think it says more about him than even some of the players. Like, is he really the coach that the Knicks need?
Tibbs would be great in the 90s and in like the 80s.
Oh, for sure.
Like let's say like 90s going into like the 2000s, and then after that he could have retired and been like a great dinosaur forever.
Yeah.
But for this era, nah, because he's not a great offensive coach.
I see him still as being a good, like, the USA basketball stuff, like I think that's kind of a lane where, when you have all those guys that come together and it's all scoring and it's all offense, it's the best of the best. All you really need to do is polish up, like, hey guys, let's commit, let's get, on ball D going. I just don't know if you're looking at a young NBA team led by, Quickly, is that really the right fit for that? Probably not at this point.
Plus, this team is just going through a lot of injuries and like a really bad year for Julius Randle after winning MIP last year. You can't even hit the barn side or the bright. What's it? The barn side of a.
The bright side of a barn.
Yeah.
Or the. It's the broad side of a barn.
Broad side of a barn. There you go.
Yeah.
You can't even do that. Nothing is falling for him. He's averaging less points. This is a bad year for him. Hopefully this is just an outlier because we saw what he did last year. We were all hopeful for the guy, so we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah. There's nothing nothing fun about that, And I actually don't. I was telling Brooks off camera before we started rolling, like, I really haven't been as in tune this year with the NBA. I obviously rewatched.
Ja Morant is crazy, boy.
Ja Morant is a dog.
Damn, Joel Embiid.
Well, we haven't even talked about the fact that LeBron is actually leading the league
in scoring
at
37 years old. You know what's crazy, bro? Speaking of LeBron James, ever since Pedro changed his tune about LeBron James being the GOAT, it makes me want to change my tune on it and say Michael Jordan is.
I'll get them.
Because I believed it before, but now that he believes it, like, I have to be a contrarian and say Michael Jordan is. I still think LeBron James is the GOAT.
I feel like your take on it, though, I feel like that's how a lot of people have been coming at LeBron, though, like most of his career. Like, I feel like it's almost undeniable. Even younger LeBron. I feel like some of it was just like.
It's undeniable, though. Because people still have that point about the 6 rings, him putting fear into people's hearts.
Yeah, I mean, but, and I've always said it, to me, Jordan was the 3rd greatest player of all time, and that is
who's the second? Kobe?
Mamba.
They're the same player.
Yeah, but you see, Kobe took what MJ was doing. He came into the league. He came into the league, younger, out of high school.
Yeah.
And a big part of what Kobe was doing was like, MJ was great, like fades from like the mid range. Kobe was doing some fades from like corner 3 range.
I'll give you this. I think in our eyes, in a lot of people's eyes, I think Kobe was just a harder worker. I think he had to work harder for the talent he got.
Yeah.
Than Michael Jordan did. I think Michael Jordan, obviously he worked hard to get to the point he did. I mean, you have to work hard to win 5 MVPs.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Retire 3rd all time as a scorer. Yeah. Get 6 titles and all that. Mm-hmm. But I think Kobe just did it more for, like, we grew up watching him. We didn't grow up watching Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So if we grew up watching Mike and Kobe, I think we would have. I don't think it would have been. I think it would been more of a tie. I think we would have given it to Michael Jordan.
Maybe. I mean, I think either way, to be in the top 2-3 discussion of anything in the world is
3rd all time for Michael Jordan is crazy, bro.
I know it's a
That's
controversial
crazy.
take,
That's
but
very
I just
controversial, bro.
I just feel like I don't know. Kobe had something. There was something different about him that I think even MJ kind of looked at and was like,
Yeah, that's his
"Damn,
man.
that kid
That's
is he's built a little bit different."
That's
You
his
know,
little
like
man, bro, for sure.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and say Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant is better than.
All right,
than
well,
Mike, though.
because I have a homie, shout out Hank. He will argue to this day that Allen Iverson is the greatest player of all time.
No, that's crazy.
He argues it because he's like pound for pound. He's
Pound
like,
for
yeah,
pound the
no
greatest,
other
absolutely.
player. And think about it. He
And I
gave
gotta-
MJ some buckets too. You know, nobody was safe. You know. Now I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but I see where he's going with it. Because I think if AI was 6'6", 6'5",
If AI had the work ethic of a Kobe,
it would be nasty.
or Michael Jordan, I could give that to him because
It would be nasty.
There's no way he doesn't only play in the league. He played in the league for what, 13 years, I believe it was. He won the MVP.
Yeah.
He has, I think he's what, like the 6th all time for points per game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We saw what he was able to do in his career, but I think if he wasn't so focused, or not focused, but yeah, if he didn't enjoy the life outside the NBA, I think he would have been more of a better case, possibly.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would have won any titles, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting thought, you know. Especially thinking about some of the coaching kind of conundrums he found himself in over the years.
Best coach he had was probably what, Larry Brown?
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's not even, you know, I mean, it's no disrespect, but that's not really a great coach, you know.
LOL, bruh. Rotate Wrestling says, LOL, bruh. If Muggsy Bogues was 6'6", he'd be the GOAT. LOL.
All right.
PG, okay. Rotate's goats are Kareem, Jordan, and LeBron. Kareem a boomer, so he shall receive no love and endless ratios. Bro, Kareem was great in high school, college, and in the pros. All-time leading scorer, 6 rings, 5 NBA MVPs. I think he has 4 Finals MVPs too. You can't not have him in the discussion.
No.
I would give it.
I
would
agree,
say
though. I agree. Who'd you say said that? I don't see the chat on here.
Real Take Wrestling says.
Listen, Real Take,
Kareem,
I agree with
Jordan,
you.
and LeBron.
I agree with you to an extent. I will say, though, I think Shaquille O'Neal, you know, was more of a dominant, feared presence than a guy like Kareem was. Even given his lesser, I think.
Says, go ahead.
Yeah, even given his lesser like talent, you know what I'm saying? I think Shaquille.
Oh, Shaquille. Shaquille. Wait, what are you saying?
I think I would have to put if I'm putting a big man in that list, I would have to go Shaquille O'Neal.
Over Kareem?
I would have to.
What?
He was dominant, bro.
Bro,
He was feared. Because here's the thing. This is what we get into.
Are you more scared of Kareem or are you more scared of Shaq?
Shaq. All
Why?
day, every day.
Why?
Because what we get into when we talk about like GOATs and top lists and stuff in a team sport is that they can't control every variable. So I just isolate if I'm gonna look at 2 players across from me. Let's say I'm a really good like basketball player. Who are the 2 guys? Who is the guy I want more to be playing against? That's the guy I'm not picking. You know what I'm saying?
They literally
Shaquille O'Neal.
They literally banned dunking in the 70s because
No, I
Kareem
feel
was
you.
so
I
great.
feel you.
And then he created the sky hook. And he became the greatest scorer of all time doing the sky hook.
It was money.
5
He was
MVPs,
doing that.
6 titles,
bro, go back and watch the defense being played on him. Shit was comical.
Bro, but who did he play? He
Shaq played in the actual physical era.
He
You
played
know what I'm
against
saying?
what? He played against Ralph Sampson. He played against Moses Malone. He played against Wilt. I mean, come on, bro.
I don't know if...
Bro, he played against some great centers.
Yeah, but it's just hard once you get back to a certain point. I don't
so
think
my-
that the
my-
athleticism pans out the way it...
Okay,
basketball has changed a lot.
I mean, I agree with you, but I think the thing about Shaq for me is the fact that he had an underwhelming career, even as the quote-unquote most dominant center of all time.
I've always said that, yeah. I feel like Shaq didn't take... I don't know if it wasn't... I won't say he didn't take his career as serious as he should have, because you don't ever want to say that about a person, but like... I just don't know if he. It's kind of like the AI thing. I don't know if he had put in the work that Kobe was putting in and watched his weight and his health.
Bro. If he stayed in shape like he did in Orlando, and he won multiple MVPs,
Yeah.
I mean, 4 titles speaks for itself. 3 MVPs, Finals MVP speaks for itself. But you have a sense with Shaq that he had an underwhelming career, that he could have done much more.
For sure. I cannot dispute that at all.
You cannot say that about Kareem.
No.
You cannot say that about Wilt. Wilt just played in the most dominant defensive center of all time, and Bill Russell, who won 11 titles with some of the greatest Celtics teams of all. Bro, they won 8 titles in a row.
But they were playing against guys that were like. Could have been like they could have worked in like ice cream shops. You know what I'm saying?
They did play. They had to get off-season jobs.
Yeah. The NBA was just so different, you know.
Yeah, but that's because they weren't getting paid like that year round.
So for sure. Yeah,
I'm not gonna disparage the fact that these guys were like quote unquote plumbers and teachers and all that shit.
Well, I'm just saying athletically. I don't know if they were athletically where we kind of want.
Okay, so
because I think Wilt was Wilt. You put Wilt in an era. You put him. He was one of the most incredible athletes we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Not just in basketball either. You know, Wilt was an actual athlete, like on the track field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long jump, triple jump, high jump, all that.
But I think the majority of the people he was playing against, it was like, ugh, I don't know, fam.
Shaq was putting up 30 and 20 a night. Shaq played really good, so I won't necessarily say he carried. He can't win without them, sure, but then again, he didn't get carried. How you getting carried, bro? Shaq didn't get carried by who? Shaq got carried by Dwayne Wade, maybe, but not with Kobe.
Arguably, yeah, not by Kobe. But
your point about the athleticism, I think athleticism back then versus now is different just aesthetically, because what Kyrie's able to do with the ball, you can't do in the 50s or you can't do in the 60s and 70s. Like,
right.
It's completely different rules. They would have looked at him like he was a Salem witch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
That would have been fearsome. But what he's able to do with like his layup package, Michael Jordan.
Well, we kind of saw that actually, because I mean, Pistol Pete Maravich. Some of the things he started doing with the basketball, he was like a pioneer of. He was actually able to throw the ball forward and have it bounce backward, which we don't see people do anymore because defensively it just wouldn't make sense to do that now. But like he was very talented, so we saw what those kind of like unicorns, so to speak, were doing in that era, and they were like unstoppable. Like, I mean, some of those highlights of Pistol Pete, it looked like he was playing against like high schoolers, like they were confused.
Yeah, that man has amazing hand-eye coordination.
Oh, for sure.
Just like Kyrie, there are not many players that can say they have hand-eye coordination like that.
No, for sure. But imagine if you dropped somebody like God Shamgod back then. Oh, it would have been nuts.
That's what I mean. I read something about this guy in Philly did a Shamgod before Shamgod did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I gotta find out. Where that story is.
It's possible, yeah.
Because he went to I think he went to Temple, but and he did the move. So like in Philly, they know it was him, but everywhere else it's Shamgod because Shamgod played on national television when he did that move.
I want to say there was a documentary about it. I want to say that he actually talks about. It might have been the same guy, but I think he saw someone do it.
Yeah.
And then he did it.
Yeah. And then they give credit to like guys overseas that did it too.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the conversation about athleticism. Again, what Kyrie's able to do, or like Mike Jordan, even who's Kyrie's Rod Strickland. Like guys like that, like being able to do these reverse layups, up and unders, all that. Tim Hardaway. Mm-hmm. You don't see many guys doing that back in the day, but could they have done it with that type of training? I think they could.
Maybe. Who knows?
I think it's just a different type. I think athleticism is still athleticism. It's just a different kind of.
And that's kind of always been my gripe with like John Stockton. Like people, I think, and I'm not, John Stockton, he's a fine player. I don't, he obviously had a Hall of Fame career, so he's not a scrub. But I just feel like he was kind of in the 90s era when we had like the Tim Hardaways and the Rod Stricklands, I feel like he wasn't as good of a guard. If you isolated just him, as some other people who just didn't have that. I mean, like you look at,
Gary Payton gives him his credit,
even Latrell Sprewell and like.
But wasn't he like a forward? He was a forward though.
Or not Latrell Sprewell. Stephon Marbury. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. But yeah, Starbury was like, he was lit. Coney Island,
Yeah.
crazy with it. But yeah, I just, I don't know. It's interesting to see how some of these dudes to think about like how they would have fit into the scheme of what the game is,
That's crazy, man.
I can't see the chat on here, but shout out to all the people.
Shaq over Kareem. I cannot get over you and Pedro both saying that.
Shaq was a scary dude, bro. If you were, just imagine it's a fast break. You're the only one back, and it's a 2-on-1, and the ball comes out of the point guard's hands, and you see this just beast of a man grab it, one dribble.
Physically, I get it.
Bro, I'm running to the locker rooms. I'm running the other direction.
I get it, bro. I get it. But when you, like, in the playoff series, if I have to play against Kareem, I have to play against Shaq. I'd rather pick Shaq because I know Shaq is beatable. Because he got beat bunch of times by David Robinson, by Hakeem Olajuwon, by Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? Those are like the main things that come to my head first. I mean, even when he was in the East, he lost. Michael Jordan is that's Michael Jordan. I don't know, bro. He's always gonna put up his great numbers, but I would rather play against him than I would against Kareem because I think Kareem could beat me. I'd be more worried about Kareem beating me because he's got that move, he's got the ability to play both ends and all that, and he stayed in shape all year round. I can't say the same about Shaq.
Yeah, that is a big factor. I feel like Kareem definitely stayed.
Bro, why would you say Shaq over Kareem, bro? Save it for the pod. Save it for the pod, bro. Save it for the pod. That's crazy.
No, it is. It is valid though. Like these are valid points. Like I said, the physical dominance thing for me. They were double and triple teaming Shaq, and there was just nothing people could do with him. If you got him, you had to have a guy on your squad who could just get bruised up the whole game.
In terms of physical dominance, who would you rather play against, Shaq or Wilt? Or who would you want on your team, I should say? Who would you want on your team, Shaq or Wilt?
That's tough.
You have to choose, bro.
Depends on how physical the game could be. If the game could be as physical as I want it to be, I'm going to go Shaq. I know that Wilt was a very physical dude and he could apply that pressure, but I feel like Shaq...
Literally right in the television, bro.
I feel like Shaq...
Oh, shit. Here, scoot down a little more.
Yeah.
Kind of an awkward moment right now, guys.
What's good, HMO
family? We got the new host of HMO podcast, and Jake, and then we got the old co-host and Pedro. Yeah. Obviously, once again,
in with the new, out with the old, right?
I mean, this is crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Pedro, let's talk about this break.
Y'all still love me, guys?
I know, man. I'm sorry. I didn't want to break up, but we had to break up.
I gotta put this wire here so I can get right, and we can talk about Shaq. Y'all talking about Kareem over Shaq, bro?
Yes.
Listen, man. Give me your plug's number. Give him his number, bro. Please. Tell me
he's smoking
on wax why is Kareem better than Shaq?
Because Shaq had an underwhelming career.
What?
Had an underwhelming career.
How so?
Bro, Shaq, literally, if Shaq stayed like he did in Orlando, was he 280, 270 maybe?
Right.
Athletic demon. I could say that. But then he goes to LA and he goes Hollywood and he ends up getting fat as hell. He ends up taking time off just to, recover from surgery and all that. He wins only one MVP, 3 finals MVPs.
Hey, real take, I love you, bro.
I feel like he just wasn't. He was great, obviously, but he wasn't as fearsome as a Kareem or a Wilt Chamberlain was physically. As fearsome.
How so? I disagree with that
I just
statement.
don't.
This is the main disconnect with me too, because I know that Wilt was talented. Everybody knows that Wilt was talented, but I don't think that he was more feared than Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think any player in NBA history really.
I'm talking about athletically and physically, bro.
Hey, man.
You were just talking about the fact that he's like an All-American in track and field.
No.
And all these different things.
Look,
but you saw how the NBA started trying to kind of slow him down a little bit.
Exactly.
Shaq was breaking the whole rim down in the modern era.
And they changed a couple of rules for him
hold
too.
Hold on. Let me state my case here. By the way, appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't already hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Real Take, who got his wrestling and Real Take Sports in here. What up, Kawhi? We got Static Moments, Jake in the building. But Kareem's got the stats, the rings, MVPs, the consistency, the legacy, the impact, and the finesse, the moments. So I say Shaq because this man.
You did. Thank you, Omer.
literally changed the game.
Thank you, Real Take. I appreciate you, bro.
All I'm saying is this, bro. I hear a lot of people say their biggest argument for Michael Jordan not being as great as LeBron James. People tend to factor team success and kind of that hurting somebody's individual legacy. It's crazy, right? But that argument only works like in certain places. It's weird, right? So when we apply that same logic to Kareem, yo, he had Magic, he had this, and nah, man, he's Magic. He had that's Kareem right there. He had the rings, he had this, he had that.
Yeah.
But how about the context?
Kareem had James Worthy and Magic Johnson.
Did Shaq ever get carried by a rookie in the finals? No. Did he ever get carried outside of the D-Wade?
Who did Shaq carry?
Kareem
Oh, yeah,
never.
Kareem
got carried by a rookie Magic.
yeah,
I'm not saying he's not great. He's fucking great. He's top 10 in my opinion. But you can't. If you want to tell me you got to pick one of these two guys, I want Shaq. He's fucking bigger. He has more game on the block than Kareem. Yeah, he had the unstoppable hook move, but bro, he had more game on the block, and he was a better passer than Kareem. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it.
Don't act like he didn't give Jordan the shimmy. Did you
bro,
see? Everyone's seen
he
that
had
video.
more
Yeah,
moves
we
on
all
the block than
we
Kareem.
all saw
I
that.
guarantee you.
But I'm not gonna say that he had the more moves.
Shaq isn't in your top 10, bro. Where is
hold
he?
on. I'll say this though. What about one of the things we didn't discuss is basketball is a game of what, 92 feet?
Yeah, 94.
Shaq, 94, exactly. 94 feet. Shaq had the handle in Orlando.
Oh boy.
He could go coast to coast on you. I
Okay,
don't
but
know
that's
if
completely
if
different. We're
Wilt
talking about
was the guy
dog.
that was like a wrap
You're gonna
around.
tell me
We're talking about Wilt. We're
Look
talking
at
about Kareem,
look at
though.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, bro. Body wise compared to Shaq, I'm sorry, bro.
It's
You
like
got
Kareem,
more
Kareem's
fearsome.
same, yeah.
More fearsome. I don't know if that's
Look,
the right word. Bro.
If I had to play, so if I had to play in the final series, would I rather play against Shaq or would I rather play against Kareem? I would absolutely rather play against
Okay,
Shaq.
moments like
But take
Kareem,
away
Game
Magic
7
James.
alley-oop versus the Trailblazers.
No,
That's not a moment.
Without
The whole
the big
Lakers,
O,
like-
without the
That's
big
not a
O, without
moment.
Magic, without James Worthy, without
I'm saying that to Real Take said Shaq had no moments. Kobe to Shaq, boom.
The
That's
alley-oop
a
for the
moment.
win.
Yeah, no,
They took him to the
against
finals.
against the Blazers.
That's a moment.
Big facts.
Stop playing with my boy Real
But
Take.
even Shaq got overshadowed by Kobe saving them against
Right.
the Pacers, and what was it? I think it was like Game 3.
when Shaq fouled out, right?
Yeah, when Shaq fouled
And
out.
also the you gotta factor in the Kings series,
Right.
you know, in the finals.
And there was a lot of
Conference
speculation.
finals, yeah.
A lot of speculation about some ref cheating and all that,
Yeah.
and there was awful calls in that game. So I think
But even
that
then,
one
you still gotta play the game.
you still got to
Right,
play
You
the
still gotta
game.
make your shots and all
You
that.
still got to play the game, but I think that one right there is more hurting your legacy than getting carried by Kobe Bryant.
And I can't even sit here and say that Magic Johnson carried.
Nah, you
Kareem.
said moments. You literally wrote.
Not me. I'm talking.
No,
about,
I'm talking about Real Take. He said I said moves, but you said moments. Scroll up. It says the moments. Nah, you
I'll
said
say
moments.
this though, there ain't no team that Kobe Bryant's playing on. He ain't carrying everybody anyway. You know,
What you mean?
like if Kobe Bryant is on any team in his prime, MJ could have been on that squad and Kobe was going to try to carry it. You know.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
just the
don't
kind
think
of
it
player
says
Kobe
anything-
was.
Yeah, I don't think it says anything about Shaq having to be like, fam,
Right.
what is going on? Because like Kobe was, if you watch all of his docs from Muse, from doing work to everything, the way he spoke, he was the guy.
Right.
Like he was never gonna like take second fiddle to anyone.
I'm just saying this, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot say that a guy got carried when he was blocking 5 shots a night. He was dropping 20 to 30 in his sleep and grabbing basically every rebound down there. He was cooking motherfuckers in the paint. I'm talking about he had a beautiful hook shot like Kareem, but Kareem never had that physical dominance, bro. Like no matter what anybody says, Kareem finesse, Shaq power. You want a dominant play? Why do you think they call him the most dominant big of all time? I've never one time heard anybody say Kareem is the most dominant big of all time. I never heard it.
He's about to say, but who calls him that? Who started it?
I'm talking
But
about-
to be
I'm
fair,
talking
that
about-
is kind of like a pushed narrative.
But what about? But what
it
about
is a little
Wilt,
bit of a
though?
pushed
People-
narrative
People said that about Wilt too.
that he
most
was
dom-
one of the
most-
most dominant
yeah.
big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that.
Certain people of a certain age will say that. I should say.
That, to be fair, the whole such and such was the most dominant whatever of their era or of all time.
Yeah.
Usually ESPN narrative. It's not really all the way factual.
and you have to
sometimes.
keep it within eras. You know, so
Yeah.
you can't really.
To be fair, I,
Oh, I know
look,
you-
I thought
know
you was
you
about to be
said
like,
what
no,
you
but
said.
didn't
gotta be a
Shaq
little bit
because he did. He kind of
devil's advocate.
Shaq did, yeah.
Yeah, he
Shaq called himself something.
It's like giving
It looks
yourself
like
a
I'm about to go
nickname.
pick the newspaper up, baby.
Nah, Shaq gave himself like 25 different nicknames.
I'm only wearing it because it's cold.
All of the
I'm not
nicknames
even
he
turning
has?
the
Big
AC off real
Aristotle.
quick, bro.
The
All
big
of them are.
dum-dum.
I try to fix the live stream and I broke the whole studio. Now are y'all back now though?
All right, we back. Cool.
The golden rule for nicknames is don't give yourself a nickname, and Shaq broke that rule, bro.
I got a nickname. Never mind, I have to tell you it off camera actually.
For who?
No. I got it. It was given to me, and I was like, I can't do it.
For yourself?
Yeah.
Now you gotta say it, bro.
Yeah, you gotta say it.
Now you
So
gotta
a
say it.
coworker and I were talking the other day. He called me the
Damn.
white Kodak,
Okay.
and I don't know how I feel about it.
Bro, you kind of you just like worked up right now.
Huh?
You worked up.
I know, right? Cause y'all got me saying that. No. I'm just
Bro
kidding.
had to
I'm
put
just
on
kidding.
his swim trunks.
Not
'cause
heaty.
They was hooping earlier.
Right now,
Boy,
the,
done stuck on the power cord trying to prove my point. And shit.
right now the Knicks are down 78-73.
Yeah.
Again, they need to win all 11 of their next games just to finish the season at 500.
Factual statements.
A year after they went to the conference or they went to the playoffs and lost to the Knicks or to the Hawks. I'm sorry.
Spike Lee, man, that boy been stressed out this season, man.
do for dinner?
Chipotle, bro. I would say honestly,
It's on the clock.
no. C, no free advertisements. We can get some C for dinner.
All right.
You got the app?
Do I have that?
Yeah. Or should I order it right quick? Oh, hey, what y'all be getting on your Chipotle bowls, guys? Y'all still be eating Chipotle, or y'all not trying to get E. coli?
You want to get Chipotle again? Or are you straight? What you thinking?
Cool, wherever you guys get it.
All right.
No more. That's a team player right there. Shaq is the most dominant 100%.
It was either going to be Chipotle Fridays
Don Pollo.
or Don Pollo, but I think Don Pollo might be closed.
I might have shut.
He
Don
is
Pollo
not
down
better than
earlier anyway.
Kareem. Finesse.
Huh?
What? I said I might have shut them down.
Finesse is
earlier
more
anyway.
reliable
for
than
real.
power. Shaq probably had that better
Don Pollo
prime,
was
but
like
not the
that.
better career. That's the one argument I 100% agree with. Kareem's longevity shits on like
yeah,
99% of basketball players. I think the only other
He played for
player,
over 21 years?
yeah, the only other player to have like that kind of longevity, probably LeBron. And LeBron is like,
And Kobe.
listen, I gotta sit.
I mean, well, he wasn't healthy the whole time.
towards
so-
20 years.
towards the end,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
from 90
but
or 66 to 60.
Kobe was always more injury prone than a guy like a LeBron.
Well, I'll say that.
Who was more
man,
injury prone?
Kobe was pretty injury prone at certain points in his career. Not even that. I mean, there was a lot of.
Damn! Right on his fucking head.
If you remember when Shaq left, and this proves Shaq's value to that Lakers squad. Soon as Kobe had to be the guy, he was getting hurt in those 05, 06 years when he had to put up 60 points every night. Motherfucker had a sprained ankle. He'd go out there and play or whatever, because he doesn't have that same like athleticism or body like some guys, like a Wilt,
That's what
like a
I was gonna
LeBron.
say. When he was at Lower Merion, if you look at Kobe's build, he was very slender.
Right.
And if you look at him at the end of his career, that boy was big. Like, I mean, he had been lifting. So I think that his body just dealt with like muscle atrophy. You know what I'm
He led
saying?
the league in games played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Who did?
Kobe.
5 times. Wow. Yeah, that's incredible,
82
man.
Games. I mean, I guess, but yeah.
What y'all think, guys? Y'all got Shaq or Kareem, and who's the GOAT? I want to have a quick GOAT combo with you guys. This doesn't have to drag on because we do want to get some live reactions.
I'm gonna say LeBron, but I'm
83-78, by the way. Knicks with the ball. You were saying?
We were also gonna say LeBron, but I was just telling Jake that
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
It don't feel right anymore, right?
Yeah.
It feels like you lost something. You're like,
Exactly,
damn, like,
bro. Because that's a topic of conversation for us for so long.
but it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
If anybody who knows me, I've had this conversation. I've always said I think it's a little bit silly to call someone a GOAT when they're still in like the prime of their career. Now LeBron is in his later years where it's a little more appropriate to label him that. He won 4 titles against all dynasties. Except OKC, not a dynasty. A dynasty in the making, cool, whatever.
Possibly.
But the Spurs, dynasty, they beat him. Yeah, Ray Allen, whatever. But that Ray Allen shot doesn't happen if LeBron doesn't put up a 30-point triple-double and fucking all that crazy stuff he did.
And he still won Game 7 by himself, basically.
And then you have the Warriors, right? He had to face the Warriors every time, and he was holding his own. He's putting up all these numbers. He's doing what he got to do, and he actually wins one, becoming the first player of the 3-1. Cool. And then you got the bubble. Yeah, you know, people like to say the bubble, and I was even at first like, man, this is an advantage. These guys don't got to travel. They don't got to do shit. You know, it's an advantage, right? And I thought mostly they wanted to do the bubble because they low-key wanted the Lakers to win. That's my conspiracy theory, is like one of the biggest driving factors. Why would we keep going during the pandemic and all the social injustice? Because they wanted the Lakers to win. And even then, that's still a lot of shit to think about.
They weren't a great team in the bubble either, though, during the initial bubble play.
Oh, wait, let me finish and I'll let you talk. Basically, that shit required a lot more mental, effort than the physical side. The physical side was cool, but mentally they really had to lock in, and specifically LeBron and AD, because AD was cooking in the finals, and the whole playoffs, but LeBron locked in, bro, like more so than every other player in that bubble, and it really showed. Like even at 35, he's winning chips against good teams. Miami was a good team. Were they hurt? Yes, but they were still a good team.
Yeah, they were young. They were hungry.
They were a good veteran team.
Yeah. I think MJ is the GOAT. LeBron is slightly better, but he didn't have as much of an impact. An impact on what? On the sport of basketball? I would say Michael Jordan is definitely the most influential basketball player.
I don't know, though.
Who would you put ahead of Michael?
I think that
For
Mike
impact on the game.
I think that Mike and LeBron. Also, I think LeBron, LeBron's doing this in the information age where everybody's got a little
social
computer
media,
in their pocket,
Yeah.
And I'll say this, the things that he's done with, I Promise and everything that he's brought a different type of person to the forefront and being the face of the league. We thought that you had to drive in a Porsche and smoke a cigar, which is fine, but now we're seeing a whole nother look. This is a family man. This is a guy who, he's with his sons and going to games. He's going to his son's game, and the next day he's playing in a playoff game.
Crazy. Crazy.
So it's I don't know. I think he is impacting the game. It's just we have to wait 20 years to see it.
I think the way that LeBron is impacting the game is, one, because of Michael Jordan. What Michael Jordan was able to do back in the 90s and the 80s. Think about the commercials he used to do. Think about all the endorsements. He never took a bad picture. All these different things.
Right.
LeBron James can't do that if Michael Jordan wasn't as great of a pitchman as he was.
For sure.
He
set it up.
Michael Jordan couldn't have done that without Bird and Magic before that. I would even go as far as to say Bird and Magic have, if not a stronger, they got a very heavy impact on the NBA. If you want to talk about influence, you got to talk MJ, you got to talk LeBron. The whole free agency thing. LeBron basically started being like, oh, I'm going to play where the fuck I want to play. LeBron started that. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the biggest parts of the game. Yeah. Triple or big threes, teaming up. LeBron started all that shit. Yeah. So the influence is heavy. But as far as the making the NBA a global brand, nobody can touch Mike's influence in that aspect.
The way you just broke that down, I think that MJ affected the way the world saw the NBA, right? More. But I feel like LeBron is actually affecting the actual association more. Right. The owners, he's like,
the owners, the players.
Y'all gotta be honest with me. I'm gonna do 1-year deals and keep y'all on your toes so that you can't get me in a long contract and not give me no pieces, and we're gonna tank. So that's a good point, actually. I never thought about it that way.
And lastly, if you want to top off the top 5 of most influential players, you got MJ, Bird, Magic, LeBron, Stephen Curry. You go to a high school basketball game, college basketball game, pros.
Tell me about
motherfuckers are shooting from 25 in high school, bro.
Yeah, you said MJ, Magic, LeBron.
MJ, Magic, Bird, LeBron, Stephen Curry.
I got to take Bird out and put AI in.
That's a good one.
But I definitely think that Bird would be the sixth.
Yeah.
Just because I think the NBA was trying to give you this polished,
suit
wear
and tie.
And listen to Anita Baker before your
games.
games.
The swag game.
Anita Baker, though?
No, that was MJ. He used to listen to Giving You All That I Got before his finals games.
Bro, this man was on what was it, episode 7 of The Last Dance. And he was just listening to some shit
Phil Collins John. He was in the bus cranking to the Phil Collins, man.
Which is dope, But
bro, Phil Collins is like that, though.
Yeah, no.
Phil Collins is like that.
89-87 Knicks, by the way, the fourth quarter coming in about 5 minutes.
But no. So I think Allen Iverson just kind of brought a different look. He was like, you can keep your cornrows, you can have your tattoos, you can be who you are. You could literally walk out of a Reebok shoot, which was dumb, but you can walk out of a Reebok shoot and be like, nah, I just don't want to be here.
Right.
You're a basketball player, just be yourself.
Right.
So I think that's hella cool too.
Yeah.
But Bird would definitely be my 6th then if I was gonna.
Right.
Because you can't
tough.
replace-
I would say
because Steph has to be in it.
I would say Bird and Magic kind of count as one.
Yeah.
They count as
They do
one.
count as
It's
one.
not really because Bird didn't really have a crazy impact on his own. Magic did in his own right, but like you don't think of one
But
without
then-
mentioning the other.
Yeah, the NBA isn't what it is now. If Magic and Bird didn't come along with it like they did,
Big
Not at all.
facts.
and attract all the audiences that they
Not
did.
at
And
all.
all
8
that.
championships in the 80s between
Yeah,
the two.
bro.
Basically, it was just them the whole
They
time.
had a crazy rivalry. You know what I mean? They had like one of the most modern black and white, working class type of rivalries that's still impacting the game today. I mean, they just had a Lakers Celtics documentary, like docuseries, like
Yeah.
3-4 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? The NBA isn't what it is.
Y'all
without
saw
Magic and Bird.
Y'all saw the March Madness commercial with Bird and Magic?
I didn't.
The Capital One joint.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
a Capital One there. Bird with the green sweater, Magic with the That just had me so nostalgic. Not like I'm in the fucking 80s or nothing, but like it really had me thinking like, damn man, these guys really like they were playing taped basketball. They weren't even playing live
Yeah.
basketball at first. Motherfuckers were playing in college
They changed
too.
all of that.
They brought all the excitement of them two being like two of the best college players, and like I think they played in college.
Yeah, they played in the
like,
NCAA or in the,
against
in the-
each other,
yeah,
right?
In the Final Four.
Yeah.
Right, and then
Championship
they
games,
took
so.
that excitement into the pros, and it blew up in a way where it's like, still all these years later, like you can't name more than like 5 guys that's more influential than them.
No.
So Kawhi says 1v1. I think LeBron wins maybe 6 out of 10. Bro, LeBron versus MJ in 1v1. I'm sorry, bro. I love MJ. I give MJ 2 games.
I wouldn't even give it. No, I wouldn't.
I give him 1 or 2 games.
8.
1 or 2 games.
LeBron James is gonna beat Michael Jordan 10 or 8 times out of 10.
Yeah.
At best, it's 5 out of 5 between the.
Kawhi,
At
I
best
think,
it's-
I
at best
think
it's
you're on.
10.
That's his
Split it.
name, right? Kawhi.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something. Actually, I see 6-4. I see that being fair. I feel like it would be really a lot closer because MJ would
Is
try
it
to
6
use
to
the
4
finesse.
because of the title differences? That's crazy. No, there's no way Michael Jordan wins more games than Michael Jordan does 1-on-1.
No, I'm saying.
Team
Yeah, I'm
wise.
saying LeBron.
Did you just say Michael Jordan versus Michael Jordan?
Well, you know what I mean.
LeBron?
No, I know it's-
LeBron
yeah.
would win 6 and MJ would win 4. I feel like.
There's no
I feel
way.
like that's fair
There's no way.
There's no way.
This is
because
no
LeBron
way.
is gonna muscle his way into winning a bunch of games, but would he be able to do that for like 7-8 games? That's tough,
Bro, Michael
Because
Jordan.
MJ was
Actually,
Michael Jordan, like just like his aura and who he
That's
is
what I'm
and
saying,
how
he was a
competitive he
killer.
is, he's gonna win 5 games. He will win at least 5.
yeah,
of those
you know,
games.
I guess if you put it in context, I just think that if you play a 1v1 basketball game, Michael Jordan's gonna talk his shit, whatever. You know, he's a 1v1 player. We saw what he did with the young Bulls player. He was like, walk over here, you reach, I teach, whatever, all that shit. But like, in a 1v1 game, is Michael Jordan gonna stop LeBron from barreling to the rim? I doubt it.
not often. That's for sure.
I doubt
I
it.
mean, what 260 versus 220?
I
Something
doubt
like
it.
that.
And not only that,
And I feel like 260 is not right.
The
I feel like
weight-
he's a little
It
bit
probably
closer to
isn't.
275.
yeah, the weight isn't even all that. It's more LeBron has that perfect mix of power and finesse. Where Michael Jordan was the finesse god. He was known as like a little stronger in like the 96 and the second 3-peat, but like
Yeah.
but he was never known as the guy who's gonna like bully you like that. He'll give you a nice little hang in the air, whatever.
He's gonna bully you just mentally.
Yeah, but LeBron James, and this is why I like LeBron. I respect LeBron James more, is because LeBron is respected. Michael Jordan is feared. He came
Would
up
you
on
rather be
fear.
feared or would you rather be respected?
I want to be respected. I don't want people to fear me.
What about you, Jake? Would you rather be respected or feared? As a basketball player.
Respected, because in order for somebody to fear you, they have to respect you.
Right.
And that's just like in anything in life.
I hear that.
If you think someone's gonna feel threatened by you without actually having respect for what it is that they're threatened by, there's no way, you know. Like,
I hear that. That's fair.
I just think
I don't know, I
that
think it just depends on who you are, like your preferences, I guess, for like leadership and type of people you want to be around. I guess.
Kawhi made an excellent point. LeBron wins the first two, then MJ takes it personally.
That's exactly
and
what
wins
I'm
the
saying.
rest.
That's what I'm saying.
And the
Nice.
ceiling is the roof, bro.
The first
That's
time
tough.
LeBron James says anything, Michael Jordan's gonna go crazy. He's
Yo,
gonna go
I'll
crazy.
tell you what, I would give like damn near my whole retirement fund to see Kobe in his prime and MJ in their primes.
That'd be
Play
great.
against like a 95, 96, MJ and like a 05 Kobe.
Bro, truth be
08
told,
Kobe.
depending on the day you ask me, I might say Kobe is more talented. Like,
No, Michael Jordan.
Than Michael Jordan.
I think
It depends on the
I
day
think
you ask
Kobe's-
me.
I think Kobe's a harder worker.
I think today might be a Kobe day for me, bro.
Uh-oh.
It might be, but I think Kobe's just a harder worker. I think Michael Jordan has a more talent. Because look what he's done.
No. I'm talking about MJ, not LeBron. I'm talking about MJ versus Kobe.
That's what I'm saying. MJ versus
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
MJ is more talented, but Kobe's a harder worker. Because we have evidence. We have the physical evidence of him, literally like working his ass off at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
I see what you're saying.
We
Because
had the stories.
Kobe's rookie year, he averaged 7 points. Michael's
Knicks
rookie year, he
rallying
averaged
comeback
damn near
right now.
30.
Yeah.
87-91, by the way. We have not talked much about this game. We need to catch up. Kevin Herter.
Kayvon Waiter.
So let me ask y'all a quick question about these New York Knicks, man. Moving forward, does Julius Randle remain the focal point, or do you think RJ Barrett is going to start coming into his own,
RJ
where he
Barrett
might
probably
take
comes
over
to
this
us,
team?
man.
He
I think he
better.
will.
I think so too, man.
I think I don't know what they're gonna do with Derrick Rose, but they gotta figure out what they're gonna do with him too.
That's something that I really want to see. I want to see Derrick Rose. I'll be honest with you. I want to see Derrick Rose go back to Chicago.
That would be beautiful, man.
I want to see him with that young squad back at home where he belongs, and have him be like a leader.
But
you
the
know?
relationship with that organization,
Exactly, I
D
don't
Rose,
know
is
if it's-
tainted, man.
and he's not
The
the type
fan
of
base
guy
don't
that-
fuck with him
yeah,
no more, bro.
it's fucked up.
They call them
fans
all
will be happy.
types of bitch and
The fans
diva.
would be happy to see him though. I think.
Oh, the fans would, but
Fans
I
are
don't,
wishy-washy,
I
man.
actually think that the hang-up, I think the Bulls would be happy to have him back as a vet, but I think the hang-up would actually be D Rose. I don't think he wants that front office,
Guys, I'm not just texting and bullshitting on my phone. We are ordering C right now. We are ordering food. What do y'all get in your Chipotle bowls? What y'all like to get in your Chipotle bowls?
Chicken, rice, lettuce, tomatoes.
I just said not to say this shit, and I said it, bro.
Yeah, you said it
Jesus,
like-
man.
Fuck it.
Quickly too. But what'd you
You
get?
gotta put $3 in the square jar.
Rice, white or brown rice usually. Chicken, lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, hot sauce,
Fire,
tortilla on the side.
fire. Damn, man. Just looking at this menu right here. They need to sponsor us, man.
It should. It
Yeah,
should sponsor
fucking
you, bro.
sponsor
You
us, bro.
be going there every day.
Bruh. There was a point in time where I had Chipotle, like, no kidding, like at least like 5 times a week. The Knicks are up by 9 points after Emmanuel quickly
9
drains
minutes
the
left in the
3.
game.
That is a
Emmanuel
7-0
Quigley is a
run
fucking
to start the
truth.
quarter for the Knicks at home. Love it, man. I can't wait to see Side Talk NYC post their IG clip, because you know they're going to go crazy tonight if they win this
Shit.
game. If Kobe was alive during the whole COVID thing, COVID would be scared of Kobe. Kobe would go like 4 workouts in before noon on a bad day. Man, I would say that Kobe Bryant Muse shit was like one of my all-time
Right.
favorite like sports pieces of art. Man, that shit was art, bro.
What?
Yes.
What was?
Muse.
Muse.
With Kobe Bryant Muse.
I go back and watch that. I don't know how many times I've seen it, but I go back and watch
Got that
like
replay
every
value
3
for
that
sure.
3 or 4 months, bro. It's just
Definitely.
so good. And have you ever seen Doing Work?
Huh?
Kobe Doing Work. Have y'all seen that?
Yes, Kobe doing work. That was the Spike Lee. Yeah. I saw that.
It's lit.
That was just one game though, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was
yeah.
cool because you hear like him breaking it down, him even speaking in Italian.
Okay,
on the
Drew, how was the
sideline.
LeBron game? You went right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It was Pedro. How was the LeBron game? Yo, Kawhi be tapped in, bruh. I fuck with you, dog. But hey, listen, we went to the Wizards game. Shout out to my boys Ed and Marvin. We went to the game. Both of them wearing LeBron jerseys. Me wearing a Kobe jersey. He was like, "Man, good thing you had a Kobe jersey on. Man, we would have looked like some dick riders. We all came in 6'6" too. Would have been kind of creepy because they both
that
had
definitely
the,
would've been.
they both had the 6s on. So I had to throw the 24 on.
Yep.
If Marvin, you hearing this shit and you
Or if
were
you had a
rocking the
LeBron
23
James.
jersey, then correct
Oh
me,
my gosh,
but
that'd be wild.
that'd be wild. But
That'd be wild as fuck.
it was fantastic, and we were sitting in the fucking clouds, bro. Literally the very last row of the entire arena,
You got good
wall
tickets.
behind us.
But
But
good price tickets, I should say.
my boy made a genius move. He said the tickets were $250 for the very, very top. But then he was like, no, let's not buy the ticket. This was the day before the game. So I'm like, damn, we might not go. Then he waited till like the last second where people were speculating, is LeBron going to sit tonight and then break the record in Cleveland? So people started selling their tickets. We bought our shit for like $90.
That's
Went
smart.
from $250 to $90.
That's smart.
Genius play on Marvin's part there.
Whoa, shit. I just caught that, bro. I just got that he broke the record at the game he was at.
Let me continue. So
And you got that layup shot. I saw that.
I did,
Damn,
bro.
I am tripping.
I did. So check this out. So
I was like, why were they so expensive up at the nosebleeds? I saw him
Crazy.
play last season. I'm like, bro, I was like
Here?
second level, and it was like
$100
Yeah.
for like.
I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Here or where
Here,
was it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we go to the game. You know, it's going well. LeBron comes out the gate and scores like 6 points. So we're like, bro, he's shattering this record tonight. And then they kind of started force feeding him and slowed down. They took him out the game. We started thinking like, man, where the fuck is LeBron? And bro, this man's bald spot on his head is so shiny, bro. You could see that shit from where we were, bro. We
That's
saw him when we
crazy, bro.
identified him with this bald ass head. He should just get rid of that shit at this point.
Yeah, you
Anyways,
should definitely go bold.
so LeBron, I think he had 18 points, needed 20 to break the record, gets the dunk down the lane, and that was it. And then, you know, we were like, hey, let's go. And then nothing. They just kept going with the game. I was like, so like, stand
That's
up
the
and
wizard
clap
for
and
you right there.
put him on the screen, something.
Yeah.
But then they did. They ended up putting him
Okay.
on the screen second. They didn't even put like, oh, congrats, LeBron second all time. They just said LeBron James, his name on the screen and his face. Just waved to everybody.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
And it was dope. It was dope. They did show him. I thought, you know, it would have been a little more festive, but he's on the road, whatever. They might have done more for him in Cleveland. And then after that, we were like, man, LeBron might just ride the bench the rest of the night. Motherfucker dropped like a 38-point triple-double, bro. That shit was entertaining. My man was windmill dunking it. He was playing defense. He was playing. The one time I've seen LeBron James live, he was on one of those like passive 20-point, 14-assist nights where it was like a good night, but just boring.
Yeah.
But when you see that man windmill a dunk in real life, bruh, it makes the ticket already worth it in that one dunk.
Yeah,
And then he has a spectacular performance. I think that if you anybody is out there, I know y'all, but you've been to basketball games, right?
Oh yeah.
So if y'all have not been to a live NBA game, I please
What
go
are you
watch
doing?
one. Please go watch one. The tickets are not even that cheap depending on the team. Like, I mean, not that expensive. Wizards versus Spurs, lower level. Like, the 100 section was like $100.
And not only that, but you know, like he was saying, it's an experience, especially when you see like the big thing is. I remember the first game I went to where I sat
Oh
really
shit!
close.
The Knicks are up.
10 points.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Welcome to the chat. The big thing is like I didn't understand how fucking fast the NBA games are.
Crazy,
Like,
bruh.
Not like how quick the game ends. I'm saying like how fast these dudes are running with the ball, like and under complete control. It's nuts. Like when you see it, I remember one of the guys that really stood out to me. It was one of the first times I sat down low. I saw Michael Carter Williams play, and
Right.
I mean he's not even like the elite of the elite. You know, I saw Kyrie play and I was just blown away. Like it's crazy. Like NBA games, like Pedro was saying, if
Try
you
to put that
haven't
in
been
quickly.
to a game, you
Gotta go one. You gotta go to one, bro.
And go, even if it's like a shitty team, like he was saying, and just sit sort of low down so you can
Yeah.
kind of feel like you're more there in the experience. 100% recommend it.
If not, go sit in the clouds. You pay like $10,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You pay like $10.
Yeah.
All it takes is having a little bit of time on your hands and, you know, being
Just like a
old
free
enough to,
evening.
to
Yeah.
walk
Just
around
a
and
free
shit.
evening.
I know
Exactly.
some of our audience sometimes be coming in here and they're a little younger of age. So I mean, if you're old enough to go to a basketball game by yourself, or you know, ask your parents to take you, that shit is fun. And if you go with your
Yeah.
parents, that's some bonding shit. I went with my dad for the first 2 times that I went, and it
Yeah,
was
man.
fantastic.
Each time I go, or the first NBA game I went to was when the Wizards played against the Pistons, and that was like the first game they won in like 08 or 09. I got to watch Allen Iverson play,
Yeah. Oh.
which was amazing.
Oh, that's
Nice.
lit.
That was Pistons Allen Iverson though, so it wasn't like the great Allen Iverson from Philly and Denver, but that was still a great experience for me.
Look what Nick said.
Yeah, I saw it.
No center greater than Rudy Gobert. You saw that man trying to wreck, or Julius Randle. Julius Randle was like trying to slap him off, and Rudy's like,
Because the guy has a...
Rudy's like, wee, I'm so sorry, buddy.
Wee, so buddy.
Buddy, I'm so sorry, buddy.
Buddy.
I'm sorry, Chill, don't cancel me. I love French people, I swear to God.
What was it? What was I gonna say? Yeah, then I got to see them play against the Spurs twice, and then that game I went to when they played against the Bucks this year.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Live basketball
they got the boys
an
coming
experience,
back.
man. And you want to know what's crazy? I just thought about this. I've seen 3 of the NBA's greatest players live in person. I saw Kobe in 2007. I saw LeBron twice now.
That's one of my biggest regrets is not watching him play his retirement year.
Kobe, oh man.
Oh wait, when I hit add to bag, it was like who's the mill for? I just hit my name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's gonna label each one. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
Sure.
put my name in there unless Pedro.
I put it for you.
All right, bet.
So, bro, it was an experience, and I saw Michael Jordan in his last year with the Wizards at the MCI Center. I'm talking about clouds once again, binoculars. He played 6 minutes in the game. 6 minutes. He scored like 2 points, just to like keep a scoring
crazy.
streak
I
alive.
can't even imagine, bro.
Motherfucker was driving the Wizards bus, man.
Just to even like be in the building with him though.
Crazy,
like, at
bro.
that time.
I'm trying to see LeBron James play before he retires.
I couldn't even grasp it, man. But you know what's crazy? What you're saying
I was
about
mad I didn't
Kobe's?
see Kobe.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Kobe was a killer, man.
If
but
I had more money at the time, I definitely would have gotten
I
tickets.
should've.
to go.
do y'all remember his first game that he played after announcing his retirement? I believe was either in Philly or in Washington. One of the, I think it was
in
Washington.
Philly.
It was in Philly, right?
And then they played Washington like 2 or 3 days later.
Right. So the tickets for those games, for the Wizards game, went up like, bro, like nothing you ever fucking seen. Like the courtside Lakers versus Wizards were probably like $500. And then for Kobe's last game in Washington, it's like
He played 66
$10,000,
games that
bro.
year. He played 66 games.
Yo, you know, we were talking Kobe, LeBron, MJ. One of the things that I think we haven't even began to even think about yet because we're still stuck in the moment is like imagine with LeBron doing uninterrupted
All right, food is
and
ordered,
all this
fellas.
stuff that he's done. Imagine what his doc is gonna look like.
Sucker's gonna be crazy.
It's
bro.
probably gonna be one of the greatest that we've ever seen. Like just
who's Doc? LeBron's Doc.
You know, there's gonna be so much in there, and I'm sure that there's so much shit that we don't hear about that he keeps from people in terms of like things he's been through.
I don't
things
even think he's gonna want because he's a narrative. He's like obsessed with the narrative too.
right.
That would be the main reason he'd drop a doc.
Yeah, like
No,
imagine
what
if
I'm
he
saying
could
is-
creatively do it and show you like, hey, these are some of the things that like I personally went through.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
As
that
a
he's
young
not gonna
player.
put out all the stuff that truly like it's not gonna be like. Well, we know about one crazy thing that happened during Jordan's rookie year when people were doing coke in the hotel.
Right.
We know about that one
Knicks
part.
pride, yes sir.
But then everything else, like you can read about what he did on ESPN as a youngster, back,
Well,
way back in the day.
You remember
and all
like
that.
the Hummers stuff?
Oh, when
Out of
he was
bounds.
smoking. Yeah, when he was smoking. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying with they tried to. Do you remember this? The Hummer stuff when he was in high school. So they said that his
he
mom
got
a car,
suspended.
He
Yeah.
got suspended. The
Yeah.
whole thing like came kind of
and
crashing
he was
down,
and
sort of.
he smoked weed and he was smoking.
Hey,
Hey, Brenda. And then he was smoking because like
Right.
of the stress and all that.
right.
Atlanta
now-
right
and
now,
now if you
35,
look at him,
36.
Huh?
He has a deal with Hummer right now.
Wow,
that's
yeah, they came full circle.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I think the narrative of that could be dope as shit.
Dude,
Like,
that's
at the
a
end.
that's a nice little first session of the document. He gets suspended for the Hummer, comes back and drops 52 in the high school game.
What if he pulled up in
crazy.
his last game driving a
Bro,
Hummer?
that's another reason
Man,
why
I
he's
would
the
lose
GOAT.
Right?
That's another reason why he's the
That was
GOAT. He's
dumb, but I would
literally
lose.
matched up all the hype coming in from high school, and look what he's done now.
Yeah.
Big task at hand, says Knicks pride. You already know, man. It's tough being a Knicks fan out here in these YouTube live stream streets. So to you know ease the pain a little bit, I would ask if you consider subscribing to HMO Podcast and to Static Moments,
Yeah,
and definitely hitting a like on this video.
Once again, I'm gonna send out the link again.
$96.99
That
though.
is-
Atlanta's making a
that is
run,
the Static
so
Moments.
I believe we might have to kind of lock in on this a little more. You want to scoot down a little bit so I'm not like all up in your face too much. Let me not fuck the entire setup this time. Yeah, there we go. I love when things work out.
Wow.
When is the World Cup in America happening? I know they're doing it in what is it, like Qatar? They're doing it.
Are you over him?
I've been over him. I'm not
Zion did what now? Oh shit!
I'm-
Oh,
I'm-
that's good news,
He's not gonna come back this
Is
year,
it?
though.
bro. That
He's not
what?
coming back this year.
That's
I mean,
not
it's
good
good.
news?
It's good news. I mean, yeah. Shout out to Zion for being able to dunk. That's
Hold on,
cool.
now,
We
hold-
always
wait,
knew
wait.
you could dunk.
Wait. Plug
I
your
always
phone
knew
in.
you could do it.
Plug your phone in. I'm about to show people what you just said. Yeah, I could do that. Here, plug your
Wait,
phone
let
in.
me see if I,
He said, yeah, I can do
no,
that.
I need to get back to the thing though. Hold on.
Don't show your photo roll, please, bro.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
your text messages,
I definitely
please.
won't. I can't do that. Not
Bro,
that I have anything to hide.
If there is anything with Zion jumping off the ground and dunking a basketball, that is amazing. Bro, I wasn't even sure this man was like in a basketball court, bro. I know they said he's at practice now, back with the team and all that, but like you
I'm not
forget
gonna
that
lie
this
to you.
man.
If I
been there.
saw that and I was the team, I'd be furious.
Why? Potentially hurting himself again?
Yeah.
I think that was in the team's best interest. Like, he's not coming back
I mean,
this
he's
year.
gonna generate some.
There you go.
For sure,
So
but-
he's generating for the team, like the speculation for next year, and even for, imagine if free agents are thinking like, man, this Zion, I don't even know if he could dunk a basketball. Well, I guess he can. I might consider it.
Let us know what y'all think.
I agree to disagree with you on this one, brother. I think that this is
I'm glad-
fantastic.
we try to crown him too early.
He seems healthy, which is good.
Try to
because-
crown him too early, bro.
Who?
Zion.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I
but
don't know what that really was
rightfully
to-
so,
you know,
because
like-
look at what he did at. I know it's just college, right? But bro, it's no small feat to be
Second year of the NBA, he
head
averaged
and
27.
head and shoulders the best player in the nation, and then you come to the
whole
pros
nation.
and average 27 and 10. Usually, when guys dominate like that, it doesn't fully translate to the league. Zion proved that he is a dominant NBA player, not just a dominant college player. He proved it.
Bro, somebody in this group said that he was a rookie of the year over
Ja?
Over Ja.
Easy,
No.
easy.
Hell no.
Easy. The rookie of the year. I think, to me, that should be who had the better stats, who had the better individual impact, and who had the better team impact. Ja had better team impact, maybe? Did he? At first, not really, because
And winning.
it's tied. I would say the team impact was tied. They're both some shit.
Dog, they literally.
But then the other two go to Zion.
Dog, they literally created a bubble for Zion to have a chance to make the playoffs and the play-in.
Stop, man.
Bro,
That-
they did.
Stop, man.
You know that's right.
Stop it, bro.
They definitely created the play-in
Stop
tournament
it,
just
I'd
for
like to
Zion.
get
I
his
can't
take
do
on,
it. I thought I could.
I'd like
I
to
don't know
get
how
your
do it
take
right
on
now.
like a bunch of other shit. Then
Me?
Y'all think Zion is a bust?
This is a conspiracy theory from the ages.
What's the conspiracy theory?
You think they created a bubble around this?
Bro, they created a playing tournament so that Zion could get in the playoffs and make more money.
That
during the
specific year, yeah.
I mean,
Because the
yeah,
plan
because
was
they-
announced like right when they were doing the bubble, right? Or was that already going to happen at the beginning of the season?
No, that was gonna happen. That happened, after COVID and all that.
So that was after COVID. Okay, yeah.
Or during the COVID, I should say.
Do we think that Zion is a bust, bro? No fucking
Yes.
way, man. How? How is he a bust?
I think. I mean, he.
Yeah.
It
No.
feels to me
No.
like there's a lot of like empty stats associated with him right now that are like obviously he's a scorer, obviously he's dominant, he can dunk, he can do a lot of shit.
Right.
But I just don't see him being a guy that's gonna take a team like the Pelicans or just insert like hella names of teams here, and take them from being a team that's like or bad to being a great team. I just don't see him being that player. I feel like Ja Morant, I feel like Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Emmanuel Quickly. These are guys that like on a squad, they're going to like elevate you by being there. I don't know
check
if he's
this
gonna
out.
bring people up.
My thing with my gripe with what you just said is this, bro. This man is not having the same impact as Luka, as a Trae. I agree with that, but to say that since he doesn't have that same impact, that makes him a bust, that's just an incorrect statement,
Well,
in my opinion.
I say the reason I say bust because like, you could be a journeyman in the NBA and be a very talented player.
Sure.
Scalabrini, Rudy Gay. Right? Rudy Gay is a hell of a
The
player.
White Mamba.
Zach Randolph, hell of a player. but they were not
Zach
at
Randolph
the
isn't the
Zach Randolph
journeyman?
was no, I'm saying like, but he was a very well respected.
Oh yeah,
you know,
sure.
Darius Miles. There's hella names that you could throw in, but
Right.
you know, Zion. There was so much buzz around him and so much of this stuff, like people trying to crown him early, like you were saying. That's why I would consider him to be a bust. Like they literally acted like he was gonna be Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Or even like they were calling him Baby LeBron.
Baby LeBron, yep.
And it's just like, bro,
Let
y'all
the man
gotta
earn it.
chill.
Let
Yeah,
the man
like
earn
let
it.
him grow up a little bit. Let's figure it out when he gets there. And now I feel like that makes him a bust. Now could he still have a great, 10, 12 year career? Maybe even be a part of a like winning organization? Absolutely. But do I see him being like the guy on the team? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think at some point Zion will definitely need to be teamed up with another superstar to be successful in the league. But to call that man a bust, it's too soon, bro. I think that injuries can have somebody become a bust. Greg Oden is a perfect example of that. Brandon Roy he actually had a chance to produce, but if he didn't have those 1 or 2 years, he'll also be a bust. But when you think about bust, you think about guys who never had one dominant NBA season. You can't tell me that 27, 7, like 4 assists a night. I'm talking about, bro, he was bitching folks for offensive rebounds.
He was.
Like he was bitching folks for driving down the lane. There is no bust on earth that can do that. I promise you. Not a bust on earth can average
I don't know.
27
I think we'll look
7.
back at a lot of players' career, and I hope I'm wrong too, because it would be dope to see him come through all this and make it. But I think we'll look back on his career and it'll be pretty lackluster.
Zion. I would if we have to forecast
Now,
from now, it's
I believe Ja and Zion actually played together on an AAU team.
They did.
They sure did.
Now if that happened in the NBA somehow, if you see him get with a guy who's like a dominant force, like outspoken, who gets shit done and has that energy, because I also see him more, he's kind of passive too, So if he was able to kind of rekindle that type of a chemistry with a teammate, okay, then all bets are off, because you got to see like what the league looks like. They might go all the way. I mean, you just never know in the right climate, But right now,
it's an interesting debate, and you know what? We should clip this conversation right here. This should be its own clip right here.
We should clip the whole. There's a bunch of clips to put into here.
You know what? We aren't DJ Vlad fanatics or anything like that, but that blueprint of clips to full interview is a beautiful thing, and we did that with one of our interviews. So shout out to Vlad for kind of offering some inspiration in that aspect. But I know, bro, y'all know.
All we need is somebody to be like, my best friend, he's a Crip, and everyone's like, who's his best friend? No one's seen this friend. We don't know.
Yeah. He'd be like, oh yeah,
That's just a try hard,
I got locked up when I was 16. He'd be like, yeah, I remember one time I got locked up when I was 15. Yeah, like, he'd be on some little shit like that. Hey, 105, 105,
yo.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Alec Burke misses it. Who is that? Oh shit. Ice, Trae the game. 2 minutes left. Tie game. What happens? What y'all thinking? Trae Young.
I think I like this Trae Young quickly matchup right here. I think that whoever wins this matchup for the last 2 minutes,
Oh, Bogey was walking away from the corner 3 before it went in. Bang. 108, 105. 2 minutes left in the game. New York coming back down. Yeah, man.
Absolute insanity.
We going into play-by-play calling for the rest of this game. 2 minutes left, 108, 105. Offensive foul. The Knicks give it up. Mitchell Robinson with a dirty-looking screen. Mitchell Robinson, man. Bro, the Luka thing ended up being the difference in my fantasy league, by the way. I got demolished, bro.
Okay, so tell Jake what you did.
After the game, I'll explain it all. We got to
read a double header. What is today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is this a double header? Yeah, it is. Nuggets versus Clippers. Kawhi Leonard said, "Fuck the Clippers. I'm gonna be in the live stream." Oh, Hawks hit another 3. This time
6-0.
This time Hunter. Or who was that?
There goes Kevin Knox, Kentucky Wildcat. he's not doing anything.
111-105. Whew.
Kentucky already lost.
Knowing the New York Knicks, 111-105, it ain't looking promising,
Nah,
man.
it definitely isn't, bro.
It ain't looking promising. It hurts to be a Knicks fan, man. I've been a Knicks fan since I was 1 minute old, bro. My whole life, been loving the Knicks, bro. I came out the womb with the jersey on. It's tough being a fan, bro. It really is. It's
Knicks
tough
are
being a
stronger
Knicks fan.
though. It's like being a Raiders fan.
Jake, how did you feel about Kentucky though? Because they're talking about, oh yeah, Kentucky played down to St. Peter's and all that.
They did, but Kentucky we're
Did you
notorious
watch
for
the
that.
game?
I rewatched it. I didn't watch it live, but yeah. No, we ran into the wrong team when you can't get it going offensively, when you can't be consistent, and that was their team's problem the entire year. I'm not gonna sit and harp on it, but yeah, there were just games this year where we just couldn't. We couldn't. It was like we had to buy a layup from somebody, and so when it comes down to the NCAA tournament in March, you just can't play that way. And so, like a few minutes into the game, you could start to see some mistakes, and it just didn't. It didn't work out.
I'm just glad that Duke and Jeremy Roach did his thing, man. On Sunday.
It ain't over yet.
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
It
And
definitely ain't over.
as far as I know, they don't. Teams like Duke, Kentucky, and North Carolina, we don't really celebrate when you get beat in the Sweet 16. So we'll see.
It's true. They play Texas Tech, so they're gonna have a very tall task on their hand. Texas got like one of the best defenses in the country right now.
And I think Duke is the worst team to go against a strong defensive team right now too.
Oh, New York with another turnover.
Yeah,
It's just like Kentucky. They're
They
up
have
and
no
down
identi-
offensively.
They have no identity.
Yeah.
Who, the Knicks?
Well, yes.
Duke.
Oh, you
But
talking
yeah,
Duke?
the Knicks as well. Yeah.
111-105. We
Julius
got
Randle is
70
identity.
seconds
He
left in the
sucks right
game,
now.
y'all.
He is.
Trae Young is about to pull it from the logo. Watch. Trae Young.
Oh! Holy sh!
Oh God! Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Goodness gracious!
Ba-da-da. Holy fuck. Trae Young, career high at Madison Square tonight. 43 points.
That was such a dramatic.
Oh, my
fall.
goodness. He put Taj Gibson touched the earth, bro. He just touched the earth, bro.
You gonna get him out in another ISO right
Oh,
here too.
my God.
There's another. Why would you switch the screen again?
Trae Young from the logo, and he bricked it. Damn, that crossover was. Oof, that was
That's
it.
not the matchup you want. Let me just tell
Whoop,
you.
whoop. Whoop,
Oh,
whoop,
my
whoop, whoop,
God.
whoop, 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 whoop.
That's
As who would say it? Mark. With all due respect,
Goaltend.
Mark. All due respect, coach. Be calling the ESPN games. Mark Jackson.
Mark
Mark
Jackson,
Jackson. Mark Jackson. As he would say.
all due respect.
Yeah, that's the only way I can remember him, bro.
The real orchestrator of Golden State, by the way.
As he would say, as Mark Jackson would say, whenever the guard got the big man on him, he said, "Excuse me, let me have this dance." Dance with his ass and made him touch the ground. That man, Trae Young took the ball at the top of the key, saw that man Taj Gibson, and then he started playing "How Low Can You Go?" fucking apple bottom jeans, because that man was touching the floor, bro. He played every song that you could think about. Drop it low, drop it like it's hot. That man touched the earth, bro. Oh my goodness. That's the nastiest crossover I've seen this year.
Oh yeah, that's.
They was touching the backboard, Clint Capella. So that makes it what? 107, 113?
I guess so.
But yeah, they called it goaltending, but they're reviewing the goaltending. It's looking like that'll stand.
I've always liked Clint Capella. I feel like he's such a likable dude.
He's awesome, bro. Not only that, he'll get you 15 and 20 rebounds like every night. He's good for it. He came out the womb yelling bing bong. No, I wasn't yelling that out the womb, man. I was only yelling that from like the end of 21 to 22. That's it. But I came out the womb saying, "Don't talk to me till I have my morning coffee. Don't talk to me till I have my coffee."
You drink coffee, bro?
Huh? No, I hate coffee. I'm not a fan of caffeine. I'm not a fan of soda.
Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, bro. You like coffee?
Nah.
I hate coffee.
Nah, bro. Fuck that.
Why I think that was Alex Caruso for a second, bro.
I thought it was Manu Ginobili.
Hey yo,
I know Ginobili got that. I love Manu Ginobili, bro.
y'all ever seen
He's tough.
that picture? They put Manu's head. They put Manu's head, OGLE on Google. They put one of the O's as Manu's bald ass head.
Oh,
the spot
damn.
right there. They made his bald spot the O in Google.
That's
one of the O's. They be violating them,
NBA
man.
Twitter did that.
Yeah. He came out the one. Yeah, bro. Reggie Jackson looked like he's the man in LA right now as far as the Clippers go. All right, here we go. 113-107. The Knicks
Jokic
have
gets on my fucking nerves.
2 shot clocks to go.
Jokic.
What's wrong with Jokic?
I don't know. He just gets on my nerves.
He's a great MVP candidate.
Did that go in?
It went in.
Did they? Oh.
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're laughing like shit. I wonder if they're gonna show the replay.
Probably won't.
Damn, that's me. That's me right there. You know, I think this is one of my favorite thing about sporting events is when they start showing the fans and the bench, like at the end of games, either blowouts or like close games that are about to end, but they know the results already. You got kids crying. You got women like hugging the their friend or whatever, bro. They be sick.
It's okay, babe. It's just a game.
That's why when COVID was like rampant, bro, and no fans, it hurt to see that, man.
Yeah, that was hella weird.
It was
Yeah.
it was
That was
terrible,
hella weird.
bro.
Seeing all them screens and stuff. Don't nobody want to tune in and watch
Yeah, man.
screens on their screen. It's like screen inception.
Right. And then when they got to the arenas, back to their own home arenas, they just, instead of like seats, they just had those big ass banners of advertising. Man, we need fans at the game, bro.
Also, can we get some better like sponsors on these NBA uniforms? Is it just me or does like
Bush
these
ass
are the
sponsors,
whack
bro.
ass sponsors?
Wish. I think the Lakers have Wish.
Wish.com.
Bro, Wish
On
is
LeBron
Bush,
James
man.
jersey. Just think about that.
Wish is so Bush, bro. Do the Knicks have a chance? No, they don't. 15 seconds left. 107-115, and they're gonna go for a 2 instead of a 3. This one is so over. That's not even
Who's the
funny.
sponsor on the Wizards jersey?
That's a great
Monumental
question.
Sports.
Monumental Sports?
Who owns the
No,
Wizards?
hell no.
They own the Wizards.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
but
so
that's
they
not-
have the patch on the jersey?
No, they don't.
I was just talking shit. Talk shit.
Hey, Brook, he's hip though.
Yeah.
Brook's
I'm gonna
hip.
look that up actually.
That was a subtle flex of just being hip. Trae Young about to put up a 50.
You know, that's what's
in
the
New
subtle
York.
flex. Shawnee talking about her Esquire.
Yeah, y'all gotta
That's
check
why
out
it's there.
our latest interviews, guys. We were putting out some really dope interview clips, man. Y'all should go check them out. But can we just look at this? Trae Young has 25 40-point games.
Duh, it's Geico.
Why's it done?
Yeah,
Because like once you see it, you're like, oh yeah.
Alec Burke stole the ball there and he didn't even shoot
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
Final score 117-111. We're gonna wrap up the stream pretty soon, but we appreciate everybody who's
Why does
joined
Montrez have
us.
a gray beard though? I'm trying to figure
Who got a great beard?
Montrez in that graphic.
Oh, I don't know. But the Hawks are now 36-36. They are secure at the 10 seed, which is the last seed to make it to the play-in. The Knicks are on the outside looking in at 30-42. They are some shit. Julius Randle cannot save them this year, and Atlanta's going to go on to the playoffs most likely.
Julius.
He's not saving them
Damn.
this year, bro. Tough. But revisiting our topic from a couple minutes ago, I made a bonehead impulsive trade in my fantasy basketball. Fuck my season up. I stopped checking the app after this. Luka got hurt one night. My best player. My first pick that I had, 3rd overall. Traded him for Fred VanVleet. That's it. Nothing else.
Why?
Is it?
Was there no one
Yeah,
else in
LaMelo
the
Ball.
Fred-
that like
Fred-
There's LaMelo Ball in that team too.
That month, Fred was having like the best stretch of his career. He was putting up like 25-30 with like 7 assists every night. And Luka was COVID, injured, whatever. The moment I trade Luka, Fred VanVleet gets hurt. And Luka goes on his 35 triple doubles a night, bro. And I'm just like, and now the guy who got Luka, he also got James Harden. He also got Joel Embiid. Like that man's team is like so stupidly stacked, and people were just like cooking me. They're like, man, you want this guy to win.
Yeah, no, I don't
He's
know.
the commissioner of the league too.
And he's the commissioner of the league. God damn it, man. And it was a buy-in league too, man. He just made the easiest money of his life.
So what place did you end in the league?
I don't even know. I'm in the
He
consolation
definitely won it
ladder.
though, right?
I made it to the playoffs and I lost my first round matchup. So I don't even care about the consolation brackets, bro. But he won. I don't know yet.
I think that
Semifinals is this week.
Turning the 25 into the 250, the whole Jay-Z line. I feel like that's what happened right there. I think that may be what he was talking about. That was
Oh man! And every time I'd see Luka cook, I'm just like, oh, this sucks, man. This sucks so badly.
Yeah, definitely.
But I couldn't root against. I mean, I love Luka as a player, man. But like, I could never root for him to like get hurt or like play bad. Like, it was just a bonehead move on my part, man.
Like that sometimes.
Next year, I'm taking Nikola Jokic. I better go number 1 in that fucking draft, man.
Jake is not a fan.
Also, Pedro, you think the Lakers gonna win it? Do I still think that? Nah, bro, I'm off that train, so I'm sorry, son. They did not show me nothing. Not only have they not shown me anything, AD is glass bones, man. You can't count on that. LeBron's gonna end up being the oldest player to ever average 30. And they're not winning shit.
And every night,
I break my legs.
break my legs.
Yeah, man. AD is looking like that, bro. Do I think that the Lakers are gonna win? No, but I'm more encouraged by their play as of late, specifically because I think Russell Westbrook is starting to kind of understand his role now, and I think if they can figure that out, and AD doesn't like break his pinky toe in the first game back, they might be all right. They might make it at least to the semis.
They're 10th place right now.
That's fine. All they got to do is make it to the
seeding
play.
isn't gonna matter for them.
That's fine. If they can make it to play in first round, they'll make it to the semis at least.
They're not going to beat the Warriors, though.
They don't want to see the Warriors early.
Why not? Why are they not beating the Warriors? The Warriors,
They're not
playing
going to
great.
beat the Suns. They're not going to beat the Suns.
No, they're not beating the Suns. No. They're definitely not beating the Suns. I don't even know if they'll beat Utah.
They can beat Utah.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm
the
not
West
sure
is
about
always
that.
So hard.
I'm not sure about that, man. Because, you know, Rudy Gobert is what he is, and Donovan Mitchell quietly kind of getting back into his own, too. So
Donovan Mitchell is definitely a playoff monster.
we'll see, man. We'll see. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Oh, wow. It's almost like I told you the exact same thing. But, bro, I was trying to...
Who said that?
Kawhi said that. But, bro, I was trying
Me and Kawhi both told you the same thing.
I was trying to see the positives in the situation, man. And this was before AD got hurt. I foolishly thought that, oh, shit, Real Take with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, G.
you, Brody.
Hey, Real Take, man. We love you, bro. And we appreciate all your support and the collabs, man. We're going to be on Real Take again real soon. Y'all better subscribe so y'all don't miss that shit, by the way. Support your local YouTube channels. Absolutely. Subscribe to HMO Podcast and subscribe on Spotify to Static Moments Podcast.
And YouTube.
And YouTube as well. Subscribe on YouTube. Man, just support your local creators. That's a dope message, man. I think that's a good place to leave it off. Y'all got anything else y'all want to throw out there?
Oh, shout out to these guys for having me in.
My God, appreciate
It's
you
always
for
great
pulling
when
up.
we can link. It seems like it's few and far between because all the scheduling and it's always opposites. It feels like, but yeah,
Sure.
always great to come through and see y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all for joining. That's why everybody does it. That's why all the creatives do it. You know.
Yeah. And I want to also say, if you haven't already checked out Static Moments interviews that we did with them, along with the other ones with Swaggy, Hugo Shoots, amongst other super dope guests on the show, go check that shit out, man. That was, for me, outside of like doing this show, like other podcasts that I've been on, like for interviews, that was my favorite one. So I would definitely recommend y'all check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Brooks? You want to leave the people with a little cookie before we get out of here, man?
I'm not going to be here for the rest of the week, so no streams probably until next
Oh,
Tuesday.
then where you about to be at?
Is it?
Going to Texas this week?
Yeah,
Shit.
man. So shout out to my sister having her official wedding after her COVID wedding on that
sister.
That'll be it.
Oh, I don't know
Guys,
what
make
you
sure
wanted
that you
yesterday.
watch. Guys, make sure that you watch our interview with Kelly
Yes.
She says it in some Spanish shit I can't say. I'm not gonna and Golden Child visuals.
Facts.
Some great clips and some great interviews. So get into that.
Yeah, definitely check out all the content that we're getting back into the swing of consistently getting on these on the content. But if you really want to get up close and personal, follow us on IG. We're posting on IG more often than we're posting on here with shorter clips. Discussions be going crazy on there, so definitely check us out. And yeah, so we'll catch y'all in the next stream, y'all. Bang. Bang. Oh, it's so awkward. We're still here. Now we're not.
Kept you waiting, huh? This is Snake. I'm done here. Kept you waiting, huh?